Welcome! On this week's YouTube video, I want to give you guys a tour of my apartment. I love spending time here. I'm a bit of a homebody. I do a lot of work and spend a lot of time here, obviously. Hanging out with these little kiddos. My little graders. Hi, Whaley and Henry. Why don't you guys come on in? Hey, you guys. So I live on the second floor, so there's always a little trek up some stairs. Here's kind of the lay of the land. This is my dining room. To be totally honest, I spend very little time in here. Dining, at least. I usually dine at the couch watching one of my favorite shows for a minute. Sometimes I'll have dinners over here. And it's just really a peaceful space. I really love this space. So my mom and my little brother were here around New Year's, and they helped me like redecorate my whole apartment. And I know it doesn't look like much, but trust me, it was so simple before. So they really did do a lot. Like this chandelier was not here. Really, none of this was here. This wall wasn't painted. This was like it was just an open space. And I would just like set up cameras in here and play with the cats, and there was really nothing going on. So I picked one of my favorite groups of pictures, and I have this from Halong Bay, and this is in Vietnam. Yeah, we just got a little two-seater, got a little mirror. It's my wall mirror. And I do intend on getting a real plant, but for the time being, I do have a fake plant. But just pretend it's real. I actually like real plants. I appreciate that. This is my living room. I probably spend 90% of my time on this couch. I love this couch. All my animals love this couch. Isn't that right, Henry? Hi. Do you like hanging out with me and doing work and being productive and being adorable? My little support system right here. This guy spends tons of time with me. Literally, when I'm on the computer and just grinding away, Henry's literally pretty much like right there. Like that's his spot. He's just cuddled next to my leg, and he can spend hours here. This is like his happy place. We spend a lot of time just hanging out right here. One of my favorite pieces of furniture actually is this right here. This coffee table my dad made by hand, the whole thing. He saw a design that was similar that he really liked, and he made an even cooler version of it and shipped it to me from Kansas City where he lives and built it. And it's just beautiful. It's got great storage, the body of the coffin under the table, and he did a nice wrapping design too, so it's the same grain going all the way around, which is really pretty. But it's funny, I had an old chair here that I had for years, and it was falling apart, and the cats had scratched it up, the dogs peed on it, it just looked like absolute hell. And my mom and brother were like, okay, this has got to go. We've got to get rid of this chair, we got to replace it. And then that turned into pretty much redesigning my whole place and getting all kinds of new furniture and all kinds of new things and just making this place more homey and comfortable and a little bit more appealing. So I really love all the changes, and that all kind of took place at the beginning of the year. I just recently actually set up my plants to be right out the window here, so it kind of looks like you're looking into this succulent jungle, which I love that look. And then when nighttime rolls around, instead of those like kind of unattractive, no offense, apartment blinds, we got these rollers, which I really, really like. I think they look nice. I mean, I spent like 80 bucks on this window, that window, and a window in the kitchen. So super affordable way to make your windows look nice. So this is one of my favorite pieces. I love this little media console. My little brother did pick that out. I think it's awesome. Anyhow, these are two of my favorite bones also. The reason is I think vertebrae are just a really fascinating part of anatomy on vertebrates that have vertebrae. And this is one of the bigger vertebrae you're gonna find in nature. This is a whale vertebrae. And believe it or not, they can get much bigger. This is called the body, the vertebral body. And this, on a large whale, can be like a foot in diameter. It looks like a stool or something. It's just nuts. This chunk of vertebrae right here, this is actually from an armadillo. And I found this all intact. I reinforced it, so I put wire reinforcements between each of these bones, two for each little joint right there. And this is really cool. So basically, these are the caudal vertebrae, aka the tail. This is the pelvis, and this would be some of the lumbar vertebrae going down the lower back there. Just such a neat pattern in nature. I find vertebrae very artistic and very, very cool. So I want to bring you guys to one of my favorite walls in my house, and that is my shell wall. These are all really beautiful shells. The top two and the bottom three actually come from the same species. They're all desert tortoises. Some of them are slightly different subspecies. Now, this is a sulcata tortoise. This is the third largest tortoise species in the world. And this guy was actually 120 pounds on the day of his death. FYI, all of these shells and all of the bones that I have were all found in nature, or these were animals that died of natural causes. I would never, ever take an animal's life just so I could have its skull or shell or vertebrae or anything like that. That's not my style. I think you guys know that. Nice little accent, if you will. I want to show you guys my pride and joy, and this is my skull case. And so we're gonna hop over here in the living room again. This is my skull case. I think if my place was on fire and I was gonna save one thing, after my pets, of course, it would be this. I'm so proud of this and think it's so beautiful and love it so much. It has some of my favorite skulls that I've been collecting over the years, and I just think it's such a beautiful piece. I love seeing them all together. I think it really ties the room together nicely. And I bet you've never seen anything like this before in somebody's house. Maybe in a museum or something, but not in somebody's living room. And maybe that's a good thing for some people, but for me, I'm very proud of it. I do a segment every week on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, called Boner Friday, where we talk about bones. And boners are bone lovers, of course, but you guys knew that. I basically just like pick a skull, say a couple facts about it, and let viewers guess what animal they think it comes from. It is my pride and joy. Off to the next room, we'll go to the kitchen here. After the living room, and I guess my bedroom, I spend a lot of time in the kitchen. I eat constantly. I probably eat 4 or 5, or 5, 6, 7 meals a day. I'm not a really elaborate chef, but I do like to cook my own food, and I'll cook a lot of simple meals. Of course, the animals love the kitchen. I'll just show you how much. They already had dinner, so we're just gonna feed them just a little bit. Just a little treat. Because I'm so proud of them, and I wanna show them off. So Blue eats up here. Are you hungry, Blue? I would take that as a yes. Willie eats over here. And my man Henry eats in his little carrier right down there. So I'll give Henry some food. There you go. And one little tip that I recommend all the time: feed your dogs baby carrots. Many dogs are overweight and don't need as many calories over the course of a day. And most dogs love baby carrots. So not only are they a low calorie option, high fibers, they help pets lose weight. Number 2, they actually help slow down the progression of dental disease. Crunching on the carrots, you like carrots, buddy? Crunching on these carrots actually breaks off tartar and slows down dental disease. So even if your dog's not overweight and you're trying to change a diet, it doesn't hurt to feed him a few carrots. Henry, you like your carrots? I know you do. A pretty simple kitchen here. Most of the food I cook is on the stovetop here. And of course, got my sink. I don't know, it's a kitchen. What do you want me to say? It's pretty straightforward. Off to the bedroom. Willie sleeps with me almost every night. Pretty much every night. He's a very cuddly kiddo. You guys don't know that already. Hi. Hello, Willie. So here is my bedroom. I love it. It's one of my favorite rooms in this house. It's so cozy and comfortable. Just like the rest of the place, my little brother and mom helped me design it. We painted this wall, and we did like a accent wall over here. And this is one of my favorite walls, actually. If you come here, I want to show you this wall. These are some of my favorite skulls. There's my horse, crocodile, ram, and wild boar. I love this lamp. Isn't this a cool floor lamp? I've never seen anything like it. My little brother found it for me, and I'm a big fan of it. So we put some drapes up on this wall just to make it a little bit unique. This room used to be just like a big white box. It was really boring, and so it's nice to get some color and some life in here, and I love these things. And here's my bed. It's super cozy, super comfy. I never want to get out of it in the morning. Henry, come here. Come here. Yes. Come here, come here. Come here. Oh, so cute. When Henry's on the other side of the bed, if I put my feet, like my head and hands down low like this, he'll army crawl over. Let's see if he does it. That wasn't really an army crawl, but it was adorable. But it was adorable. Thank you. Oh, I gotta show you this. This is one of my favorite things in this room. This is a snake hide, a snakeskin that I found. Unfortunately ran over on the side of the road. It's a western diamondback snake, and it was ran over and killed. And I thought, you know what? The skin's intact, it's a beautiful snake. I'd love to preserve it. So I'm one of those weirdos and put the snake in my car and took it back to my place, the hotel I was staying at the time, skinned it, brought home the skin. What I did is I basically arranged it in this pattern as if it's kind of like curled and essed up, ready to strike. And then one of my good buddies sent me this rattlesnake skull replica. If you want to come in close and see this is a really cool skull. You see, it's a pretty simple skull, but look at those massive fangs. The head's facing this way, and then the fangs are curled in under that top jaw. And these fangs on these rattlesnakes, what they do is they hold them in the back of their mouth like that, and then when they strike, they actually fold forward and open up into that bite. And so these are just folded back as they would be resting in the mouth, but I think it's one of the coolest skulls. I'm just go about the bathroom really quick. It's pretty simple, basic bathroom. I didn't do anything crazy in here. Got a couple peaceful pictures and things over here. It's a spacious bathroom, I'll say that much. But probably nothing you guys haven't seen before. I think you guys pretty much saw everything. Now I got to conclude with a feeding session. That's my place. This is where I live. This is where I spend a ton of time, and I love it here. I'm a total homebody, and I'm here all the time. Thank you so much for watching this video. We'll see you guys next week.